guys, it's Dana, and it's time to talk about money. It's time to talk about how I failed the February no spend challenge. Okay, so yes, I totally failed the no spend challenge, and I'll tell you how I did, but it's good because I learned something, and it's important that we learn things from these challenges. If you don't know what a no spend is, it is when you choose a month, a week, a year, and you decide to cut out all unnecessary spending, things that are not planned. So emergencies don't count, but any extra spending. So we had committed to do February no spend. I think February is a fantastic time to do a no spend challenge because all of the holiday craziness is over. And then in January, a lot of times you have annual things that you have to pay for, or you still have this residual holiday rush-esque. So I think February is a great time to do it. So we were doing great. We were doing fantastic. We were on track. We didn't do any extra spending almost all the way through the month until our vacuum cleaner stopped working. So the vacuum cleaner, it just was sort of working, but like it was actually spitting out dirt. And I was like, oh, and I was like, should I just not like get the vacuum and just try to like, make it through till the end of the month? But then I found a vacuum on sale, and so I did purchase the vacuum cleaner. So I would consider that a fail because it's not necessarily an emergency when your vacuum cleaner breaks. I mean, yes, I just should have probably waited, but I just felt like it was a fail. So I bought the vacuum cleaner, and because I just couldn't stand it. Like I just felt like I wanted to vacuum. Okay, so what I learned from this is that there probably should be some kind of budgeted category for your no spend challenge for this kind of replacement or repair. Obviously, if your dryer breaks, you're going to need to repair that and have a repair person come out. Sure, you can live without a dryer for a month or a week or maybe probably not a year. Well, we did live without a dryer for multiple months. I actually have a video on my channel from long ago about how to, we hung all the clothes up on these clothesline dryer racks in our living room in front of our fireplace. And that kind of went on for quite a while before we actually had the money saved up to repair our dryer or purchase a new one. I'm not sure which one we did, but we, had to budget and save. We saved the money so that we could go do that. So we went for a while without a dryer. But when you're doing a no spend challenge, it's probably a really good idea to have a repair or replacement line item somewhere, budgeted savings somewhere to do that. But other than that, our no spend went really well. I did not go thrifting. I didn't buy anything thrifting. I didn't, make any unnecessary Amazon purchases. Actually, I don't think I made any Amazon purchases other than and I canceled quite a few subscriptions, which was fantastic. I realized I had subscribed to Paramount Plus at some point, somehow through Amazon, and I didn't realize it was still on there. So I went into Amazon and looked at all my subscriptions, and I found it in there, and I canceled it. So I did cancel subscriptions, but I did receive some subscription vitamins, which just automatically come because we do subscribe for the kids. They're on multivitamins and probiotics. So I do have those where they just arrive, every 2 months. And so those did arrive. But other than that, we did not spend any extra money anywhere, which I was like, woo. So that was fantastic. So it was overall a successful February other than the vacuum cleaner replacement. Okay, now also as I was going through the month, I was trying to really think about emotional triggers. So, which is something I really realized. A lot of times I think people spend money out of boredom, or they just have a habit of like maybe scrolling on Amazon, or like the content that they are consuming is sort of triggering them to want to purchase. So I was very careful throughout the month to not watch a lot of garden channels on YouTube because I really like to garden, especially in the winter months. It's very hard because, I usually like to purchase bare root roses, and it was, I watched channels and they were talking about their bare root rose hauls and like what they are ordering for the spring for planting in their yards. And so I had to be very careful to not watch those videos, or to, if I did choose to watch them, I had to just make lists and things like that to kind of, and to stop myself from feeling triggered to make the purchase, right? To go online and, order some bare root roses, which I really wanted to do, and I did not. I did not order any roses this season, and I'm super proud of myself for that because it's I don't really need any more roses, to be honest with you. I've got roses. I've got plenty of them now, and I don't need any new ones. It's not necessary. So, I'm curious if you experience the same thing, or if you are going to be embarking on your own no spend challenge, like try to really pay attention to like what triggers you to actually spend money. Like what are you watching? What are you thinking about before you go in and you make the purchases? And is there a way to stop yourself from doing that? Is there a way to change things up a bit for that time period during your challenge? That way you are not triggered to do emotional spending. And like I said, if that is boredom, perhaps, then maybe like try to find some, I tried to read some extra books and started to go and do more jogging, which then I ended up hurting my knee because I overdid it. So it just hurts a little bit. So now I have to take it easy again. But like you have to try to find some other things to fill the space that was filled before with your shopping. And if you like used to go and go shopping and do thrifting like I like to do, looking around different stores, and I just didn't go. I didn't go to those stores. I told my family, told my sister, I'm not going to be doing any thrifting for the month of February, and she was totally supportive, completely fine, and understood. Then we did some walks together instead. So you just kind of have to find try to do some other things, things that are different than what you did before that would trigger your spending. Okay, so the other lesson is to clearly define your essentials during your no spend challenge. So, what are the things that you are going to be spending on or not spending on? For example, repairs or replacement of things. And that way, there's less confusion during the challenge, and you have less. You're not going to be sitting around thinking about the choice of do I do it or don't I do it. You'll just know for sure, like this falls within this category. It's allowed. And then a no spend challenge is a reset. It's not a solution. So it's just sort of a reset, try to help you get on the right path and try to help you to reduce your spending or increase your savings or whatever your goal is. And obviously you can move forward and still maintain some of the same habits. Maybe don't go back and resubscribe to some things that you unsubscribed to during this time period. And maybe you've adopted some new habits, which will help you to spend less, or you can decide to pick up another challenge this next month moving forward, do it again, especially maybe if you found that you failed or you maybe slipped up a bit, maybe you want to try it again and do another month, which actually is what I think I am going to do. We are going to continue into March and do a no spend challenge in March. So if you are going to do a March no spend challenge, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know. So we're going to try again, and we're going to clearly define the categories, what's essential, what's not, and I'm going to continue with not purchasing any plants.
Sure, Dan.
Which will be incredibly hard in March. It'd be really hard. Okay, so a no spend month isn't about proving that you have self-control. It is about learning about the way you think about money when no one is looking. So if you are interested in my 7-minute hack that changed the way that I handle money, you can check out that video here. And if not, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.